week after week to give you a shot to get done what we've had an opportunity to get done. And we wouldn't have had that opportunity if we didn't have the leader that we have. So get on your feet, show some love.
Y'all excited? Y'all really excited? How many of y'all went to the AALC workshop today? How many of y'all went to Women in Primary? Hey, if you did those two, you should be excited.
That's right.
First of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank each one of you for making the decision to make the investment to come to Atlanta. When a lot of people decided that they were not going to make the investment, you made the investment, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate y'all showing up in Atlanta to be a part of the team. And the reason why I say that is because there's a difference in people joining Primerica versus people doing Primerica. I'm going to say that again, there's a difference in people joining Primerica, turning in an IBA, versus people doing Primerica. And when the coach calls a play, if you're going to win, you got to decide to run the play. I'll never forget, it was probably 2010, might have been April, or maybe March or April 2010. I was getting ready to do the TV show at the home office, and John Addison and Rick Williams were the CEOs at the time, and John called me up and said, be in New York at this address at 6 p.m. And I'm like, huh? He ain't say call meetings and conventions and get them to book a plane ticket for you. He didn't say none of that, Kevin. He said, be at this address in New York City at 6 p.m. today. And I had to do a TV show. And I remember Sonia making arrangements, and I was supposed to close the TV show, and I couldn't close the TV show and make my plane. So I had to go and switch the whole program and open the show and hit the double and get to New York. Didn't know why he wanted me in New York. It was a blind play. He just said, be in New York at 6 p.m. on tonight. And I got to the location, I walked in the room, I walked in the lobby, there was a bunch of them standing there. I didn't have time to check in, go to my room. He said, give me your luggage. He gave the luggage to somebody and said, follow us. And we walked down the street to 2 blocks to a restaurant in a private room. When we got in that private room, Kevin, I'm like, and he said, we're here to toast that we are now going public. And I didn't want y'all to miss this occasion. The IPO is done, and we are officially going public. And tonight is our celebration. And tomorrow we're going to go meet with a company called Blackstreet, and we're going to chart out the future of this company. Kevin, I could have questioned why. Why you want me? I ain't got time. I can't get there. I can't write. Not questioning that leadership probably was worth $20 million to me. So it's important to show up when your coach says show up. Right now, our coach is Glenn Williams. He's probably, you know, I've been struggling with something lately. What I've been struggling with was, is Art Williams the greatest CEO we ever had? Or is Glenn Williams the greatest CEO we ever had? I honestly been struggling with that. I honestly have. Because Glenn has been the CEO for 10 years, right? Am I right?
Right.
I've never heard a negative word come out of Glenn Williams' mouth, no matter what was going on in the company. I've never heard a negative word come out of Glenn Williams' mouth. I've always heard Glenn encouraging, lifting, directing this company in the right way. So I just want to spend a few minutes with you tonight. I just want to really kind of talk to you from my heart. Okay? I want to get inside your heart. Because if you made the investment to come to Atlanta to be a part of this convention, then I want to assume that there's something inside of you that says, I want to be somebody. I want to do something special. I really want to take advantage of the Primerica opportunity. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
And if that's the case, then you got to ask yourself some questions like, winners win and losers lose. I'm going to say that again. Winners win and losers lose. And I'm fighting Courtney with the question, why? Why do winners win and losers lose? Why do winners win and losers lose? Now in Primerica, we have an environment where everybody can win. Y'all do know that, right?
Yes, right.
We have an environment where everybody can win. They don't have where you have to be the first to do this or the second to do this. They reward everybody that does it.
Yes, that's right.
Right?
Right.
So then you gotta look inside yourself and say, well, why? What's holding me back from doing it? When you sit in these meetings and you hear that the company is paying out $1 billion. We are a $9 billion corporation today. When we went public, we were like a $1 billion corporation. Today, we are a $9 billion corporation. Y'all understand what that is? If you in the ALC today and you listen to Glenn and all the projections he showed you, they ain't talking about paying out less money. They talking about paying out what?
More money.
More money. You got to decide, do you want some of it? And are you going to do what you're supposed to do? And the way you get there is you got to ask yourself, why are you here? And be clear about it. Why are you here? I was clear about why I joined Primerica. Pretty much, I was clear about why I joined. But it changes over time. Why I joined the company and what eventually happened with me in the company was two different things. Because you can't see, from when you join Primerica, you can't see the back room of Primerica when you join Primerica. You don't know all the stuff that's happening in the back room. You don't really know how big your opportunity is. All you know is you turn in an IBA and you got a chance to go and get a license. And if you write a life insurance policy, somebody's gonna give you $200 or $300. And then if you can trick somebody into joining you in business, if you can recruit times premium, you might get lucky and win a trip.
That part.
I want to encourage you to spend some time on your why and be clear about it.
That's right. Your why.
And a lot of people ask me, well, what's that? Your why got to be your life. You got to start really asking yourself what kind of life you really want to have and be serious about it. Be serious about it, because your ego will tell you the one you got now is okay. It was last night, and it was last night we got out of the RBP meeting late, and I was trying to figure out dinner, how I'm gonna get something to eat. So I had called Sarah Phillips' husband, Montel. I had called him earlier that day and said, you know, Montel, where can we eat in Atlanta at 10 or 11 o'clock at night? Give me a list of places. And he loves to cook. So he said, well, why don't y'all just come to the house and I'll cook and I'll have dinner ready for you. I was like, that's a good idea. So the RVP ran over and we still did it. But it was the little thing. So we was sitting there, and I gave Bryson the ticket to get the car, to order the car, and Chelsea gave him her ticket to order her car, and she ran into the hotel to go get something. And while she was gone, her car came, and the guy said, it's $60. And everybody was looking at $60. Yeah. She dropped it off at 5, she getting it at 11. We charge $60. It's $60 a day to park. She wasn't there. She didn't stay there. She spent the night. But I told the guy, charge it to my room, just pay it. We ain't gonna sit up here and argue about $60. Just pay it. See, to me, you gotta decide what kind of life you wanna live. Or do you wanna live a life where every time you gotta spend some money, it's a major decision? Or do you wanna get to a point in life where you can just make some decisions without really thinking about what it costs? But if you're going to win in Primerica, and this is the part that I think that most people are missing. Most people are missing this leadership piece. I'm telling y'all, the biggest problem most of y'all have is you're not embracing leadership. Now, I don't mean you're not embracing your leader. I mean you're not embracing you becoming the leader. I dissected this thing. I've been fighting with what's the difference in the old Primerica and the new Primerica. What's the difference in the Primerica that Rob Davis joined and I joined and Kenny Thompson joined? And what's the difference? The difference is we understood leadership. We understood we had to become leaders. And we understood we had to develop leaders. That's the missing link. Some of y'all think you are leaders, but you ain't got none.
My God.
When I look back through, you keep hearing, I will ask Lee Williams to stand up for me. Stand up, Lee. I want you to call out all the leaders that have come through your hierarchy since you've been here that are RVPs.
You mean? All right, we'll start with the $1 million earner, Rob Davis.
Okay, Rob, stand up.
Benson Watt.
Stand up.
Jewel Cohen.
Stand up.
And I guess Rob RVPs need to stand?
No.
Just the Rex?
Pass the mic to Rob and let Rob call out his leader. So you call out your leader.
Talk about regional vice president.
That's your front line.
Yeah.
Now your front line got to go get some down line.
Okay. We got Carla Boone, Sonia Schuler, Nicole Metz, Ezel Parker, Karen Shabazz, Eric Impact. My directs. I'm sorry, Karen. Jakema and Warner, Marjorie, mother-in-law Mima, Lorraine, Post Office Johnson. Who is Lorraine? Rolando Thompson isn't here. Deborah isn't here. I think that's it, right? Can you help me out, Nicole?
Okay. Now, if I took it to the next level and said and gave it to Benson, then Benson would call out Aubrey Means, he would call out Wayne, he would call out Lomax. It's leaders, building leaders. Say leaders. Building leaders.
Building leaders.
Say it's leaders.
It's leaders.
Building leaders.
Building leaders.
So how many leaders you got? Y'all have a seat.
My God. How many? How many?
And that's directly related to how you see yourself. That's directly related to how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as a leader, or do you see yourself as a follower that never can lead? Primerica is a leadership company. Everybody you see on these stages embrace becoming a leader. And they then embrace developing leaders. That's the only way to get to the top. You can't sell your way to the top here. You have to build your way to the top. I'm going to say that again. You can't sell your way to the top. There's this big debate in Primerica. Do I recruit or do I sell? I'm going to solve the debate. You got to do both. Okay, there's no choice of do I recruit or do I sell. The answer is you got to do both. Primerica is a business that both have to happen. Say every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
It's two systems in Primerica. I've been here 44 years. There's two systems in Primerica that have never been broken. The chargeback system and the pay system. They don't never break. They work every night. You got something in there to be paid on, they're going to send you money. If you got something that one of your clients didn't pay on, they're going to take some money. That's the best deal you can have, am I right? But it's how do you see yourself? That's the self-improvement Kenny was talking about. That's the desire. I want y'all to win so bad, but I can't give you desire. I can't. Nobody can give you desire. Okay, we can coach you with a hard work ethic. We can coach you to have the right attitude. We can coach you to have the will to win. Man, you got to fight through adversity. We can coach you through all of that, but we can't give you desire. You gotta want something for you and your family. You gotta want it so bad that you're willing to go pay the price that it takes to get it. You done found a company that won't deny you from having it. You done found a company that's not, if you go do the work, they're not gonna change the rules at the last minute and say you don't qualify. But you need to understand the rules and go play the game. How do I get that? I get excited about the fact that everybody in Primerica, everybody I just named started at the same place. Rob Davis started at the same place. Kevin Brown started at the same place. Lee Williams started the same place. Ivan Earl started the same place. Kenneth Thompson started the same. We don't have an advantage on you. We all started with an IBA. We all started as a rep. And we recruited and built teams to go take us to the top. That should excite you. And then here's a question I want really y'all to think about through the weekend. Because you gotta be a leader, am I right?
Right.
You gotta be a leader, right?
Right.
And I said, that's all about how you see yourself, right?
Right.
Then I want you to ask yourself a question, will you follow you? Based on your behavior, based on what you talk about, based on what you think about every day, would you follow you? You know, we used to have a saying that if everybody in my business did as I did every day, what would my business be? I really want you to think about that. Would you follow you? And if you don't like the answer, change it.
My God.
If you don't like that answer, change it. But I'm going to close with one thing. None of this going to happen if you don't have a vision. None of this is going to happen if you don't have a vision. So what is your vision that you want for you and your business? And the people that join you in business, what is your vision that you want to happen for them? You gotta have a vision. Now that vision can change. It changes over time. But you gotta have a vision. It's gotta become something real. You gotta have a vision. I get excited about you can come in this business and you can go out and build a team. And man, if I can build 6 teams and get 50 codes, I have a shot to become a regional vice president. You understand that? And if I got 50 codes and 30 of them do 2 sales a month, that's gonna pay me and my family $300,000 a year. And I get excited about it. I can have $100,000 to live on. I can have $100,000 to start investing in a mutual fund. I can have another $100,000 to set aside for my taxes if I owe that much. And if I do that for 5 to 7 years, then I can amass an amount of $2 to $3 million. That's my vision for an RVP, $2 to $3 million. Do you understand if you get 10% off of somebody just said last year fund paid 40%? I don't need but 10. Give me $3 million and that sucker pay me 3%. That's another $300,000 a year in interest that I don't need. Now I can build some wealth that I can begin to pass on for generations. I can build a business and get my kids involved and teach them these principles and help them, their friends, help these young people get this stuff. We can pass on a business for generations. For generations. And we with a company that we ain't got to worry about running out of money. We with a company that ain't gonna all of a sudden change the rules. You know the most exciting part of this conference so far for me? The most exciting part of this conference so far for me was the RVP meeting. And the most exciting part of the RVP meeting for me is when Glenn Williams got up and said, y'all ain't got to worry about me and Peter going nowhere. I'm like, yes! Man, I got leadership that I trust. I got leadership that's committed to us. I got leadership that I know that'll go to the extent to make this dream happen for you and our family. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I know he said they ain't going nowhere for the next 3 years or more. Am I right? We got a 3-year cycle. Man, 3 years. But what can happen in 3 years? Man, do you understand what can happen in 3 years? In 3 years, each one of you can come back here, not only as regional vice presidents, in 3 years, you can come back here as senior vice presidents. In 3 years, you can come back here and be well on your way to financial independence.
That's right.
Be debt free. You can be on the road to changing your family for generations in 36 months. If you're willing to get up every day, if you're willing to stand up every day, fight every day, go out and make appointments every day. Yeah, some people gonna say yes. Some people gonna say no. Your job gotta be to say, so what?
So what? That's it.
If you talk to enough people, Art Williams told me, he said, everybody ain't gonna come to work, but you don't need everybody to. He said, you only need a select few. Select few. I'm sitting here today in a room with probably around 200 something people. Right?
Right.
And Primerica's paid me and my family $25 million.
25 million. 25 million.
And we really just getting started. But you know what? I need y'all to see yourselves as RVPs. I need y'all to see yourselves as SVPs. I need y'all to have a great desire to become an NSD. I need y'all to start having a desire and start thinking about becoming SNSD. Y'all gotta buy into the vision of becoming $1 million earners. You see, if that's the true dream. The dream shouldn't stop with Rob being $1 million earner and Ivan being $1 million earner. You gotta start demanding it for yourself. And you see the examples of it. I sat there today and saw Shalimar, who's $1 million earner. Produced Tesla, that's $1 million earner. Who produced Reese, that says he's getting ready to be $1 million earner. So that's $3 million earners in one hierarchy. Why? Because they got a big dream, they got a big desire, and they don't mind going to do the work. It's time for us to decide to do the work again. It's time for us to decide to have a big dream again. It's time for us to decide. You know, we've been playing. I really want to apologize to y'all because as a leader, I think we start playing it. We start playing the game not to lose. Instead of playing the game to win. So when we get home, we get ready to call some plays. And these plays may not seem to be comfortable. Okay? Maybe you need to stretch. But we getting ready to call some plays. We're getting ready to call some winning plays and build a winning environment so we can go do something special and build something special. So when we walk back in this arena in 3 years, we want to make sure they know who we are. Right. And that they know we're here. All right? Thank y'all for being here. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, my hierarchy, we got to give out the shirts. Please come right over here. Right over here. Everybody in the hierarchy, real quick. Can we do that? Thank y'all. Don't be the last.
This is what it is. This is where I'm at.
Come on, we get the shirt.
Y'all gotta listen. You gotta hear. You gotta understand. Winners, losers. Which side you want to be on? Come on now. It's the choices that you make. It's the choice that you make. It's the choice that you make. Make the right choices. Develop yourself. Be what you desire to be. Be what your vision. Your vision is calling you to be. Stop putting off what you could do today for tomorrow. We procrastinate ourselves. We stop ourselves. Ourselves. Can't point no fingers. No. We got to make the decisions. The right decisions. Make the choices. The vision is there. Y'all got to come on. Get nothing but inspiration. My podcast, 7 o'clock. Every Thursday. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining and tuning in. I'm grateful. I love y'all. Ain't nothing y'all could do about it because I love y'all. Can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Period. But thank y'all so much. I just want y'all to hear my hierarchy head speak, because whenever he talks, it's always wisdom in what he's saying, and I didn't want y'all to miss that. That's the only reason why I put y'all on. I had him live while I was on my podcast, because I didn't want y'all to miss this, because we constantly got people coming on sharing their stories and things like that. This is $1 million earner right here. Yeah, so y'all need to hear from him. Take advantage of it. Take something that he said, not all, just something that he said, and let it help you. I'm gonna let it help me. We help us one to another. If you can't help nobody, what's your purpose? What's your point? Why you here? Everything that we go through is to help somebody else. Everything that we go through is to help somebody else. Everything. It don't matter. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. Don't forget, tune in next Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. I love y'all, and y'all be blessed.